Hi, my name is Akira, and you're welcome to the season's episode of the W.H.O. Today, there's not much that I'm going to do. I am just here to reinforce or talk about things that we already know pertaining to safety and then precautions that we need to have during the festive season, because it's the Christmas holidays and everybody would want to have fun and would want to travel, would want to go see family we haven't seen in a long while. But in doing that, we also have to make sure that our safety and our health is intact. So in order to do that, I have put together just a few things as reminders to things that you already know, because I am going to be at the hospital all through the Christmas holidays and I do not want to see any of you at the hospital with things that could have been prevented right from jump. So do stay tuned and let's get into today's episode from the W.H.O. So what we are going to have today is going to be very simple and short. Now, the very first thing I would like to go to is how you dress during the festive season. Make sure to dress very smart, make sure to dress very simple and light, because you do not want to face any hustle and bustle and have your dress so tight and restrictive that you're unable to move or have to do certain things freely. So you would need to dress smart, especially. Then you would also need to dress light. Now, if you're leaving your home, make sure to put off all your electrical appliances, things that can spark fire. Just put everything off if you know you're going to stay out for a certain period of time, that if anything happens, nobody would be able to take care of in the house. So you just put everything off. Everything you feel needs to be off, just put them off. And then before you leave the house, you make sure to lock all your doors, lock all your windows, lock every outlet that leads into your end, that you think if anybody not from your home is entering through, it would be of damage or, let's say, harm to yourself and your family. So you make sure to lock all outlets. Then you keep a first aid box with you, or take over-the-counter drugs, the ones for stomach upset, pain medications, especially what's it called, Martin's liver salt, all the liver salts, what's it called, Bendro. I do not know the names for the liver salts, but just pick any liver salt you can reach for cases of indigestion and stuff, because that during the festive seasons, especially in our setting, our grandmas like to load us with food. My grandma would give me like tons and tons of food to eat, food that I do not want to eat. I have to eat it because it's my grandma, and I might have not seen my grandma in like years, which normally happens for me because she's hardly around. So just keep a first aid box with things that you would need during the festive season. Then you also make sure that you do not drink and drive. Please, this is extremely of importance to me. The drinking and driving is of extreme importance to me, because most of the time that I've been working since I got into the nursing field has always been a lot of trouble with road accidents, and most of them are very preventable, especially when the drivers are drinking. If you know you're going out with your friends or your family and you're going to drink during the outing, you make sure that whoever isn't drinking is the one driving. Or if you go out with the intention of not drinking and then one way or the other you find yourself drinking, you can always park the car, get yourself an Uber, get yourself a taxi, get yourself a private car, get yourself somebody to come pick you up. Please do not drive. I'm insisting on this because a lot of innocent people are going to be plying our roads. Please do not drive when you're drunk or you're a little intoxicated with alcohol. Please do not drive. Be mindful of what you're eating and what you're drinking, because there's a lot of poisoning, from food poisoning to alcohol poisoning, a lot of poisoning during these times. So you'd also have to be mindful of what you're eating. Let me chip this in before anything. When you go out to drink or you go out to eat with people, make sure that if it's a drink that you're taking, you do not leave your drink on the table or with your friends. Go to the washroom and come back and continue drinking. When you get back, please make sure to dispose whatever was in the cup. It's even best if you get a new cup and then you get a new drink. Please do not drink whatever you left behind. Or if you feel it's best to carry your cup with you to the washroom, which isn't a good idea, you could do that as well. But the best thing to do is to finish it, get into the washroom, get back and take another one. Do not return to drinking what you already left. Please don't. This is very important, especially to the ladies, to prevent you from being in drugged, and from just please empty your cups. Don't go with it. Whoever says I trust you enough to leave my, don't. You don't know what goes on in people's minds. So just to be on the safer side, please don't. Always put your seatbelt on when driving. Always put your seatbelt on when driving, and make sure to obey all road signs or road warnings. Just make sure to obey all rules and regulations concerning our roads. Make sure that in doing all of this, you pay attention to warning signs and signals, from traffic wardens to traffic lights to all the rules and regulations on our roads, all the signboards. Make sure you're taking very good care of yourself and you're making sure that you follow all rules during this Christmas, except the rule of having fun though. But make sure you have it yourself being taken care of, and you're being mindful of how you treat others in this festive season, because it's not the month of giving, but I think it's a little bit of love in here and out there everywhere. So you just make sure to stay safe, be fine, don't go out there putting yourself at risk for things happening to you, and then at the end of the day, after the holidays, you'll be at the hospital and other people will be will be back to work. Productive work starts right after the holidays and you'll find yourself wanting. So just make sure to stay safe. That's the best thing to do for yourself during these holidays. Before I wrap up on today's episode, I would want to say that whenever you're driving, make sure to put on your seatbelt and always be on the lookout for people that look suspicious, especially when you're driving at night or you're going out at night. Always be on the lookout for that, because people would be, just as you're going to have fun, somebody is also going out to take whatever is in theirs, and then there's going to be a conflict of interest, and the person might end up stabbing you or shooting you or something. So always be on the lookout for people that look suspicious, and make sure you're staying safe. So thank you guys for coming to today's show. It was brief. It was very brief, and I think the year has been good. It has been good actually, because having to put this together after years and years and years and years and years and years and years of like thinking if it was the best thing to do or it was something I should just let go. But I believe we'll get better. I will get better. I'm doing my best actually as a person to bring more things on board. And thank you most importantly for being here with me. Those of you that started with me, I appreciate every little thing you have done for me, and I pray that the season's goodness finds you and makes things better for you. Next year is going to be big, it's going to be loud, it's going to be amazing. I really hope we are able to do more, and I'm able to bring a lot of people on board. We are able to talk about diverse stuff and just do more to help people by putting what we think we know out, and also having you bring your suggestions on board, and we get to discuss everything from relationships as well to health, just any and everything that would help us as women and as human beings as a whole. So if you haven't subscribed, please do please do subscribe. Please do subscribe, and then you like, you share, you drop your suggestions, you comment, and then you do have a wonderful year ahead and beyond. Peace out.